Hello everyone, I am Akash and this is part 1, Introduction to Version Control of Tutorial series. So let's see what we have in this session. So in this session we will learn what is local version control, what is version control system, what is centralized version control, and what is distributed version control system. So first we need to know why there is a need of version control system. So for example, if we are working on a software project, over a period of time, you need to make new enhancement into your project. In that case, you have to save your previous changes somewhere. So what we were doing, we were saving our changes onto our local machine like this. So for example, we have a project which was version 1, so we make some changes and named it as version 2, and then after some time we have to make some more changes and we got version 3. So we save all these changes into our local system or into our local hard drive, and each time we rename these changes, so it creates a very big copy into our local system and it creates a lot of chaos. So to remove all these chaos, version control system comes into play. So what version control system does? Version control systems are a category of software tools that help a software team manage changes to source code over time. Version control software keeps track of every modification to the code in a special kind of database. It keeps track of all our changes. If a mistake is made, developers can turn back the clock and compare earlier version of the code to help fix the mistake while minimizing disruption to all team members. We have two types of version control system. One is centralized version control system and another one is distributed version control system. So first we will go through what is centralized version control system. In this approach, all the changes in the files are tracked under the centralized server. The centralized server includes all information of version files and list of all clients that check out files from that central place. So for example, we have a central server called a central repository. This central repository will carry all our master code base and all our files. It's gonna keep track of all check-ins and all of the history, everything. And these are the system collaborating with this central repository in the project. Generally, they check out copy of latest code from the central repository and make a bunch of changes and check in into the central repository. And at that time, central repository knows that there is a new version of file. The only disadvantage of central repository is like all of our latest code is into a central server. If anything happens to this server, all of our code will be lost. And the second disadvantage is like most of the time pushing and pulling change set result in confliction. So to minimize all this complexity, we have another version control system, that is distributed version control system. So what happens in this? In this, the client completely clone the repository including its full history. If any server dies, any of the client repository can copy on the server, which help restore the server. So in this, all the servers, all the systems, all the developers have their latest code. So there is less complexity than centralized version control system. So I hope you have understood the difference between centralized version control system and distributed version control system. So we are going to talk about distributed version control system in our coming videos. We are going to talk about distributed version control system tool, that is Git. So thanks for now.